Neat stuff, neat stuff.
Hi there, Scary Gary. Glad you guys came back for another time. Well, we're going to continue on our storage theme, and I've just about exhausted everything I can do on the inside. So, where's another place we can have storage? Loretta 2.0, they put a receiver hitch on the back, which they said I can only have 300 pounds, which the truth of the matter is I'd put one on the original Loretta, but I actually bolted on one to the bumper. And all I did was put a bicycle rack on it, and I was really cautious because I've seen videos on that bumper is not really structural, and as you go down the road it bounces and bounces. So I was kind of very happy when I saw them put this receiver hitch on the back, even though it's only rated for 300 pounds. I've used it with bicycle racks on more than one occasion, but we're going to take a pretty long 6-week trip, which we really need some extra stuff. So instead of just packing everything on the inside, I got one of those receiver hitch storage racks, and I got it through Harbor Freight, and I think I actually only paid like $49 because I caught it on sale, but the regular price is like $59. And I mean, they have some that are aluminum that go up as high as $100, but I specifically got one, and I had one major problem back on my rear end of Loretta 2.0, and that is my rear tire. And the first thing I did was the rear tire mount is on that bumper. And I loosened up the bolts and I slid it as far out as I could without moving it to the outside and without blocking the light in the back, and tightened it up. And then I got one of the smaller receiver hitch racks, and unfortunately it's still the rear tire ingressed on it. So what I did was I got my handy dandy son-in-law to cut it and weld it, and basically left a notch out for where the spare tire goes. Now it does cut into your storage a little bit, and it does cut into the length that things you can put back there. And even lastly, it makes a little bitty spot at the front. But on this little bitty spot in the front of the cutout, it's perfect for putting a DEF bottle up there, and I put that on there and strapped it down and had no problem. Now the problem you're going to have by putting things on the outside is these are things that you don't want to get wet. Or there's another option, which I got a cargo bag. And I specifically got one that is waterproof. I specifically got one that will expand even further up if I need to, but I kind of like to leave it down, because when I leave it down, it allows me to open up my rear door and access things in the back without having to completely unload it. But I just got it on Amazon. It wasn't terribly expensive. I watch what I put back there because I want to have less than 300 pounds in it, absolutely. And the one thing I did was I got a receiver hitch pin, and I got it with the exact key number on all my other locks. Unfortunately, when I put it on there, the whole mechanism was rattled quite a bit. On my bicycle rack, which I have put on there many times, it has kind of a wedge that goes in, and you actually bolt it down. And so I went ahead and took the receiver hitch that I bought, special, that was keyed the same, and put my bicycle rack bolt through there and tightened it down, and there wasn't very much shake at all. So, and I've taken it on my first trip. It worked fairly well. We put like 4 chairs, 2 umbrella strollers for the twin girls my daughter has. We put a fan back there, and it all strapped down very well. Only real negative I don't like with it is the straps that you have there. They're made to go way up high. So whenever I do strap it down, when I'm kind of a little bit lower, I have a long piece of strap there, which I just wrap around it and then kind of knot it down so it doesn't drag down the road and people come by and say, hey, hey, you know, which that's what I was worried about specifically when the rack would be possibly moving with that receiver hitch, was people would come by and try to stop you. And I mean, thank God they do this, but you get tired after the fourth, fifth time you get pulled over and you say, oh, hey, that's normal. That's normal. But you're going to stop. I mean, you're going to stop. So I can't emphasize enough that absolutely make sure you don't overweight the thing, because you do not, that you're putting the weight on the rear end of this trailer and you don't want it to break on the way down the road. I hope this has been somewhat informative, and I sure hope to see you next time.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below.
Subscribe and you make us happy, right, Maggie? Oh.
Oh my gosh.